What's up, everyone? This is Music M coming live all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. I hope everybody's good or having a good day or evening or whatever the case might be. So I'll get straight into it, right? I'm not someone who usually buys online. In fact, I'd never really bought online just before I bought from StockX. Reason is I was always skeptical. I'm not a very patient person. I'd like to get my stuff as soon as you take my cash. Like if you take my money, I'd also like to get my shit, right? But due to circumstance, I was looking for a red sneaker. I have quite the sneaker collection. You can see a bit, just a little bit behind me. And I was looking for a good red sneaker. So I drove around Joburg, went to all the popular malls, didn't really find anything that caught my eye, so I decided to go online. So the first place I think I found was kickscrew.com. So lovely sneaker right there that I wanted, and as I was about to buy it, it turns out they don't deliver in South Africa. Bomber, right? So by 10 of events, somehow I ended up finding StockX. I think I found StockX when I was researching Kickscrew on YouTube. So I went to YouTube to search for Kickscrew, right, just to find out if it's reliable or what's happening. That was before I tried to put an order on Kickscrew, and I saw GOAT, I saw StockX. So after I learned that they don't discover in South Africa, I then thought, hey, let me check that other site that other guy on YouTube was talking about, and that's how I bumped into StockX. So went online, was skeptical about the sneaker I wanted to get. The reason was, like I said, man, I don't trust online that much. I don't trust online purchases or buying online, the websites. There's no physical shop for me to go and complain or return the sneakers or whatever I'm buying if it's wrong. So plus you have to wait for it to get shipped in, and it's just, yeah. So but I decided, look, I don't have any choice, so let me go ahead and just make this purchase. Now what happened was, okay, yeah, so I looked for the most reasonable price. Obviously, being the first time buyer buying online, I wanted to like spend the least amount just to see if it works out, and if it works out, then maybe I'll up my game when I buy for the second time, right? Which I actually did, but that's a story for another day. So I got these kicks right behind me, those red Jordans right there. I did a review on them and an unboxing, so if you're interested in that, in seeing those kicks, then you can check out my other videos, right? But now I saw the sneakers, bought them online. There was, of course, extra charges, which is like shipment, service fees, and then yeah, after a few weeks the kicks arrived, and that was it. So now, what to expect when you're buying sneakers online, especially when you're buying from an overseas site. It's obviously different if you're buying from like a South African website or South African business. They're getting shipped nationally in South Africa. You won't incur any custom costs. But if you're buying from, let's say, China, Japan, UK, or in my case, Detroit, USA, right? There are certain costs that will be involved in addition to the price that you'll pay for the sneaker, right? So just to make an example on how it works, the best way and the simplest way in 2021, I can break this down for you, is, let's say your sneaker is 1,000 Rand, okay? So you buy a sneaker for 1,000 Rand. On top of the 1,000 Rand, the company you're buying from, like StockX, will charge you 600 to 800, which is like they work in US dollars. Remember, this is Orkant. This is an overseas company, so it will be like $40, $50 shipping cost, which works out to about 600 to 800 Rand, right? So now you're on 1.8. Okay, so the sneaker is 1,000 Rand. Doesn't matter if the sneaker is 200 Rand or 300 Rand. Okay, shipping does not change with the price of the sneaker. It remains the same. It's usually a standard cost, right? So even if you buy a 300 sneaker, now you have to pay 800 rand on shipping costs. So it makes more sense if you're gonna go for like a 3,000 rand sneaker or 5,000 rand sneaker to pay 800 rand on shipping costs, if you get what I mean. But for the purpose of this example, we'll go with 1,000 rand because that's a simple number to work on, right? So it will be 1,000 rand plus the shipping cost, which, let's just worst case scenario, let's work on a worst case scenario basis. Say it's going to be 800 rand to ship the sneakers to you, right? They'll have a service fee. Service fee is usually around $5. Well, from StockX, or different places probably have different service fees and admin fees, or whatever you want to call it. But let's just say it all works out to around 800 rand, right? So now you've paid 1.8. Okay, for your 1,000 rand sneaker, just for the sneaker to leave the States or the UK or Hong Kong or wherever it's leaving to come to South Africa, right? That's not all. Now, the biggest charge that you will incur, or the most annoying charge you will incur when the sneakers get here, they need to be cleared from customs. Okay, now it's a bunch of stuff that's listed in there, bunch of custom costs that are listed in the invoice thing. But the simplest way for you to understand, or the simplest way for you to calculate it, just take 60% off the sneaker. Not the full sneaker and shipping cost, no, just the sneaker. So the sneaker is 1,000 rand plus 800 rand shipping, and you need to earn 60% off the price of the sneaker. So the sneaker is worth 1,000 rand. So 60% of 1,000 rand is 600 rand. Okay, that's the simplest way to work it out. So now it's 1,000 rand for the sneaker, 800 rand for shipping, plus 600 rand in customs. And yes, it's 60%. So if you're buying a 10,000 rand sneaker, that will be 6,000 rand in custom charges alone, just to clear the sneaker for you to get it. If you buy a 5,000 rand sneaker, that's going to be around 3,000 rand in customs. So I usually buy, like, I've bought 3 sneakers already. I think the most expensive one is around 3,000 rand, and the shipping cost came to 1.5 and some change. But yeah, so let's work, which was around 50%, but 50 something percent. But like I said, let's take the worst case scenario, just say 60% for you to be able to budget it right. So it obviously differs with product to product. The same charges that customs charge you for a sneakers won't apply if you're buying a t-shirt, or if you bought jewelry, or if you bought a furniture item, or if you bought an electronic gadget. So it differs from product to product. Unfortunately, I do not know what those other products, what the custom charge is on those other products, since I've only bought sneakers. So this is very helpful if you're buying a sneaker. So if you're buying a sneaker or a shoe, it's gonna be 60%. That's your budget at customs. So whatever the price, the actual price of the sneaker that you paid, okay, when you were buying it online, 60% of that is what they're gonna charge you at customs, plus whatever that online site or business or store charges you for shipping. So that is how it works. So that's the simplest to calculate it. As you can see, just got my latest sneaker. It was delivered to me. Crap. Yeah, so it was delivered to me, and yeah, man, that's the third sneaker I've bought. So the red one was the first. I bought some Jordan 1s. That was the second. So this is the third purchase that I bought from StockX. And yeah, so that is what you can expect when you're buying a sneaker overseas or online in 2021. Is the custom tariffs are gonna be, all in all, like I said, it's not one charge for 60%. It's a bunch of little charges that they stack up together that will work up to 60%. Just 60% of the total cost of that sneaker that you bought. So yeah, I hope this was helpful if you're looking to buy a sneaker online from an overseas company. And yeah, man, please do like and subscribe, and more content is going to be coming up. Thanks.